Hello. Are we working? Ooh, I'm very close to the screen today. What's going on there? Do we need to be over there a bit? There we go. Oh, my chair's moved. How are we doing, guys? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. We've got a little bit of lag on YouTube, so about a minute's worth of lag. Hi Katie, can you hear me? Is everything working? Can you hear me, mother? Perfect. Marvellous. How's everybody doing? So, October got away from me. October, my goodness. Hey Mika. October. October simultaneously went by really slowly and was over really fast. It's like the days were really long, like super long. You'd look at the clock and it'd only be 11 o'clock and you'd be like, really? It's not even lunchtime yet? But it felt like there was only about 3 days in October. So it kind of balanced out. It was whoosh, gone. Plus, lots happening, personal stuff happening that I've had to deal with. It just got away from me. Simple as that. I did manage to do 11 of the proposed 31 houses. I didn't manage to do any more, unfortunately. I've got 2 left to finish that are still in sketch stage that I did last time, which is the... we did this one. I got to do the background on this one and this one still. But honestly, getting out black paint is just not something I want to do. Well, no, that's not true. It is something I want to do. But once I get the black paint out, I start to paint all the things black. Which, again, not a bad thing. But I get over zealous with it. So I was going to wait until I'd done these two. I've still got the Pink Palace and the Diner from Friday the 13th to do. So I was going to wait until I'd done those two and then do the backgrounds for all 4 in one go. Hey Pelican, nice to see you. So, yeah, once those 2 are done and these 2 are finished, that's 11 altogether. So, you know what I've learned from, I don't know, a decade of doing Inktober, whenever it started. I don't know where it started. But all this time doing Inktober, you know what I've learned? I cannot possibly do a 31-day challenge in October. I've managed to do the April Art Challenge, 30 prompts in 30 days. Sometimes it takes me an extra week. I can do that. That's not a problem. But 31 in October? I'm crazy. Why would I even think I could do that? I teach a mini class in October. The Halloween Chronicles. Alice in Spooky Land. We are drawing Alice and the Rabbit and the Hatter and the Queen and oh, lots of fun. Lots of fun. Still available if you want to come and join us. I'm also prepping for a Christmas class, which this year we're doing Raymond Briggs' work, which, if that name doesn't ring a bell, think The Snowman, Father Christmas, Bear, that animation with all the colour pencils. He was one of my favourite artists growing up, absolutely adored his work. He was the reason I got into colour pencil work. So, yep, that's going to be based on his work. Next year's When Frogs Sing is already available. If you want to purchase the whole year in advance, you get a big discount, especially if you are a patron. Or member, actually, patron or coffee member or supporter or whatever, you get an automatic 15% discount. So yeah, come and join us. Come and have some fun. Sorry about this shadow. You'll be... Ooh, blowout. Yeah, that's fun. But it gets rid of the shadow, so... You will be pleased to know that this lighting situation will be sorted out at some point. I'm going to move my desk. I have to. I like my desk here by the window, but what's the point in having my desk by the window when I still have to use artificial lighting because it's so dark in this room? So what I'm going to do is put my general day desk here so I can sit somewhere different than my work desk. And I'm going to put my work desk back over there with its artificial lighting and everything set up. So all I've got to do is switch it all on and it works. Because this is ridiculous. I'm getting annoyed with this. But that's not going to happen for a few weeks yet. In fact, it might not happen till the Christmas holidays. I think that's a good time to do it. We will struggle on. Carry on. I'm in an MCR mood. Sorry, I've been listening to them all morning. What else? What else? What else? What else? Hey, Cody. I don't think there's any other... Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. There's too many classes. Next year's class. Oh, somebody asked me about whether I was going to change my Patreon to... They've done something on Patreon now where if you signed up any time in the month, you were charged again on the first of the month, and then the first of the month, first of the month, first of the month. So I always say to people, don't sign up like after the 20th, just wait 10 days and then you save yourself a month's worth. Somebody asked me if I was going to change it so that it becomes anniversary billing, I think it's called. Where you sign up on the 15th, that means you get paid on the 15th. You pay on the 15th every month. No, I'm not. Reason being, one, that big lump sum on Patreon is what pays my direct debits every month. And two, that's available over on Coffee. So if that's what you want, go to Coffee and you can sign up anytime. And also it's cheaper because I get to choose whether I charge you tax for my live sessions. I don't have to tax live sessions in the UK. So you don't have to pay extra tax, which is good. What else? Similarly with the yearly billing, I'm not doing that either because my classes already run annually, January to December, and you've already got the option to purchase it as early as August the year before and pay it in instalments. So I don't really see the point in doing that either. Yeah, so there you go. I get less fees taken out on Coffee as well, yes. Thank you, Katie. Because Coffee doesn't take a cut, whereas Patreon takes a cut. And they've got a deal with PayPal that means that you pay less PayPal fees. But the PayPal fees plus the Patreon cut is actually more than I pay for gold membership on Coffee plus the standard PayPal fees. So, plus Patreon is in dollars and the exchange rate sucks right now. Coffee is in pounds. So it works out well for you, but it works out better for me. Oh, I miss the days of £2 to $1. I really do. Anyway, moving swiftly on. You can also do one-off support over on Coffee if that's what you want to do. I don't have memberships set up on YouTube yet. I do have Super Chats set up, but I don't have memberships set up. That's something Katie and I are going to look at later in the year to see if we want to do it for next year. It might be worth doing it on... Because everything's on YouTube anyway. Everything gets streamed to YouTube anyway, so I might do that. But it would start in January if I do. We'll start clean at the beginning of the year. Anyway, what are we doing today? Well, more coffee first is what we're doing. Oh, I got pains in my back. Oh, I had a fun time the other day. let me tell you about my fun time I had. So my roots needed doing, just to cover up the grey to my natural colour. It looks black, but it's actually red. It's really quite a nice colour, actually. Yeah, we had to cover up the grey stripe in the middle. So, threw on our box dye, which is the best thing to colour grey. Can't use ordinary colour to cut vegetable dye to colour grey. It doesn't work. Threw on our box dye. Everything was going great. We left it on for the maximum time to cover the greys. And then we went to wash it out and found out that the hot tap in the bath wasn't turning at all. It had worked that morning, but when I went to wash my hair out, it didn't work. Cue panic attack while we try to figure out how we're going to get hair dye out of our hair and off our scalp without having chemical burns, because you have to get it out within the hour. That was fun. So I had to wash it all out in cold water. It was freezing. Oh. Once I'd got most of it out, I went and washed the rest in the sink in warm water, in the kitchen sink in warm water. But that, of course, involved a lot of pouring water over my head. So I've pulled muscles all across here and all across my back. Fun times. But my hair looks fabulous and I don't have chemical burns on my scalp, so... Okay. So I'm burned out on houses. I may have mentioned this. This journal, or this sketchbook rather, I've been doing other things, but in this sketchbook, I've been doing houses since July. July, August, September, October, almost the middle of November. I'm burned out on houses. I've been doing houses for like decades. It feels like. I mean, I have done the occasional something different, but mostly it's houses. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm sick of doing houses at the moment. This is the stuff that I'm trying to do more of in my regular journal, my Moleskine Expanded, because I enjoy these fun little doodle it, colour it in sketches. And then this is the challenge. So, and then this was in a coffee shop. It's an interior, but it's still basically structures. More of the challenge, the challenge, the challenge. My favourite one of the challenge. I love this one. This is my favourite one. More challenge, more challenge, more challenge. I'm bored with houses, guys. Let's do something else. So, coffee members, you already have the link. But I've got a reference. This is a free reference of Unsplash. And I think the artist is Bad Apples. I think. It's on Coffee anyway. The link to the picture and the artist and everything else. Amy somebody. Fabulous. Exactly what I was looking for as a reference. Not to copy exactly, but just to get me an idea of proportions and where things will be and how to distort things. I do need to do a little bit of changing of the colours because it's a bit too dark and I can't see it properly. It's great for a photo, but for a reference I need to see a bit more detail. So I'm going to, there we go, turn him up that way. So that's the reference I'm using. As you can see, he's a Victorian-clad gentleman pouring a drink. Well, as it happens, the other week for Halloween, I went to see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Maddie, what are you doing now? Seriously, dude. The minute I start teaching, she either starts digging or crying. We're not teaching today, dude. We're streaming, so you can shush. you go. That's better for you. You can see what I'm doing now. Yeah, went to see Jekyll and Hyde. It was awesome. But I've had this image in my head ever since of Dr. Jekyll, or Jekyll, depending on where you come from. Some people pronounce it Jekyll, I've heard. Particularly if you're Scottish. Scottish people pronounce it Jekyll. I didn't know this, but apparently they do. This is the basic idea I had in my head of him pouring the potion. And I kind of had this idea of, you know, nasty potion stuff coming up around him. Those of you who in my mini class will know where that reference comes from. And Maddie! Stop! God! What are you doing? Are we digging to China? Sit on the sofa if you can't get comfortable. Silly moo. Oh. Yeah, him, fumes, toxic, and then over his shoulder, Hyde. I don't have a reference for Hyde, but we can make something up, or we can find something, I'm sure. Unsplash is copyright-free images, by the way. There's lots of them. Pixabay. Pixabay is better for clip art and artwork that is by somebody else. Unsplash is almost entirely photos. And there's a couple of others as well that have started since then. But I like Unsplash for drawing references because the photography is a better standard, in my opinion. Presumably because it's mostly professional photographers putting up their B-roll, or practice students putting up their B-roll. Pixabay is better for things like clip art and digital work and other artists' art, purely because it's mostly graphic design students. So if you want titles or, you know, headers or letters or something like that, that's really good. Pixabay is really good for that. But Unsplash is better for photographs. And you don't run into copyright issues like you do on Pinterest. Yay. Okay. Let's get this guy drawn in. Shall I do 2 pages or 1? I've got 16 spreads left in this book to finish it by the end of the year. I thought I was going to do it by... These pages I can't use. I don't know if you can see, but there's pop marks all over them. Oh, there you go. Because I for some reason, I decided to use the back of this book to pierce through something. I don't know why, because that was a really stupid idea. I lost about 10 pages. Anyway, this is the last one that I can feasibly use. It's got pop marks on, but if I don't use that one, I won't be upset. This one has just a couple, so I can deal with that. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I thought I had 16. I doubled it, that's why. I miscounted. So I miscounted 8 and doubled it to 16. I've actually got... how many? 9. 18 pages. 1 page, 2 page. Let's use 2. Let's be daring. I'm going to take that out. That's annoying me. So, what's everybody up to? Are you drawing along with me? Are you doing some stuff? Shall I? Ooh, I know. I could use those pages at the back here to do a thumbnail. I was going to use another page to do a thumbnail, and then I'm like, well, hang on a minute. I could use these pages for thumbnails, couldn't I? 9 double pages. Yes. No, 9 double... yes, 9 double pages. 18 pages in total. But these, instead of wasting this paper, I could just do my thumbnails on these pages. Finishing a music video today. Editing. Not filming, I assume. I took a 3-hour nap this morning. That sounds perfect. Some days, you need a nap. Actually, I need a nap every day. I'm a napper. I have a nap every day without fail. Right, so what I'm thinking basically is, yeah, let's do a double page. Why not? So this is where the halfway point is going to be. I'm thinking we do chappy here. Pouring his glass of steaming thingy, and instead of having his arm down, I think we can raise his arm. So he's pouring with flourish. Okay. We'll give him a top hat. A doctor. He needs a top hat, I think. Why not? And we could have, like, maybe his desk full of, you know, papers and stuff, and maybe another cup. Maybe he's a doctor, so we could have a stethoscope, right? Maybe those little test tube things on the corner where he's doing experiments. So he's got all this crazy stuff coming out. Evil potion. And then big scary Hyde face. Which I don't have a reference for yet. Maddie, stop. Come on, stop. Door's open, you've got food, you've got drink, you can go and sit on the sofa. Scooby's asleep, so he doesn't want anything. Please go and sit down. I don't think I'll be able to finish this one today because that's a lot to do. I'd probably get him sketched out and start the line work, or colour maybe. I could certainly start this side of it. I can probably do a lot on this side of it, but that face I need to figure out. Hey Tyler. So here's if I put let's put his hand here. He'll have his flask of whatever it is he's pouring out, and his goblet thing, hand, head, top hat, body. Oop, arm not long enough by far. Okay, there we go. Desk. We could make his desk all the way along, couldn't we? We don't necessarily have to cut it off. Do it sort of there, so we'll have things on his table, like so. Maybe a couple of books and some papers and things. Stethoscope, maybe. Loopy loop, little thing there. There we go. Maybe something, maybe some sort of candle over here or something. That would be fun. Oh, he'd have his little tin with his powders in it, and a little spoon thing, measuring spoon thing, and then some liquid, so we'll have a poury thing. There we go. Something like that. And then this is, so his arm will come down here somewhere. Maddie. There we go. Fumes. And then big evil face over here. That's what we're going for. Maddie stopped digging, so hopefully she's going to go sleep now. Alrighty, let's see what we can... Let's get rid of some of this that we don't need. Whoops. There we go. Maddie! What are you doing? She's been so quiet all day. The minute I come on camera, she starts digging and crying and moaning and whatever she's doing. What are you doing? You want a belly rub? Belly rubs for Maddie. Belly rubs for Maddie. There we go. Stop. Okay, so I'm going to change the angle of the head. No, come on, you're being naughty. His hat comes down and goes back up. Like so. Baby, come on. Mummy's working. Can you not? Where's a ridiculously tall top hat? It's like a stovepipe hat. I don't really want that kind of... Let's do it more that shape. Yes, there we go, that's better. What? What are you crying for? Baby, why are you crying? Come on, you need to stop. Mum's working. Go and lie down. Be quiet, baby. Come on. She's probably anticipating the fireworks starting any minute now. Freaking fireworks. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on fireworks. Just don't. They stress me out. They stress her out. They're noisy. Okay. I'm not going for too realistic here. I'm more concerned with just illustrating the story rather than trying to do a realistic illustration. So I'm going for kind of my usual semi-realistic sort of thing that I do. So this guy has, let me see, he's got a waistcoat that's very fitted that comes down here like this, and on this side it's pinched in a little bit and goes behind his arm like that, and his shoulder line comes up here and comes down this way, and it comes to around here somewhere. So he's slightly twisted, but it's slightly off center. Just kind of, we're going to have stuff going on in front of this, so I'm not too worried about it being perfectly correct. I just want to get a rough shape in, mostly so I know where those buttons are going to sit. Association, because there were a few fireworks, bad weather, so now work time is cry time. It could be. It could be. I don't know. But she started doing it before the fireworks, so I don't know. It could just be because the clocks have changed and now it's dark. After she went deaf and didn't react to things, Callie got way more anxious. Oh, really? That's interesting because Scooby is top dog. But he's deaf. He don't react to anything. He doesn't even react to me anymore. He just wanders around. He does his own thing. Maybe that's why. Maybe Maddie's anxious because Scooby isn't reacting to stuff. Although he never reacted. He's non-reactive to anything except bigger dogs. It's the only thing he's ever reacted to. Everything else is just like, you know, masked murderers could come in the house and he'd be like, got any cheese? More territorial if humans are eating. Neither of mine are territorial about food. They just sit and stare at me meaningfully. Well, that's not true. Maddie sits and stares at me meaningfully. Like, are you going to eat all that? And Scooby very deliberately doesn't look at my food. He does the side eye. But he's very deliberately not looking at the food. She's doing the protect. Are you doing a protect, Maddie? Is it because the door's open and it's dark and you don't like it? Is that what's up with you? But I'd have to leave the door open or you whine to go out. You're a silly girl. I love you. But don't whine, okay? At least it's not teaching today so it doesn't stress me out. If she whines during a live stream, she whines during a live stream. Deal with it. But when she's whining and I'm trying to speak or explain something, that is very, very annoying. Okay, let's give him a stand-up collar. And this guy's got a bow tie. Do I want him to have a bow tie or would I rather give him a cravat? I could rather give him a cravat. He's a doctor. I think he would be more likely to wear some sort of silk cravat type affair. So let's give him a cravat kind of thing tucked into his waistcoat like that. It's less fussy because we've got this happening here, so just a plain cravat. Okay, so shoulders, waist approximately. So his arm is going to need to be, so his elbow is going to be about here, but this bit of his arm is foreshortened. Actually, that's going to be a bit further out. So that's going to be more there. There we go. And let's move it to sort of there. We can foreshorten this bit of his arm. And then this bit is coming down here. His shoulder is raised. So that's going to come up a little bit there. And then underneath fabric of his shirt is going to be pulled a little bit taut. Let's put a smoother lift in here. There we go. So that's his other arm, his hand. We'll worry about hands later. Maybe we'll put a bit of thumb there. And maybe this can be almost like a wine bottle thing. I mean, I don't want to make it look completely like a wine bottle, but it could be a long kind of... Oh, it could be a pouring flask. A long pouring flask like that. With, let's see, the liquid will lie flat. pouring down. And then on this side, so this shoulder is a little higher than this one, so this one will drop down a bit to about here. And then we've got his shirt coming down. Elbows are awkward, so let's hide his elbow behind the table. Oof. Callie didn't want food, she just didn't want other people or dogs near us if we had food. She's neurotic though. She was scared of rain in case there might be thunder. Oh, bless. Okay, now this guy's hand is in a really weird position. This is what drew me to this photo, his hands. He's got very long, slender fingers, and he's holding this thing very strangely. I'm thinking this could be a test tube. So kind of like a cocktail idea, where he's mixed it all up in this flask, and then he's pouring it into a test tube so he can drink it. That's what I'm thinking. But I love the way his hand is. But hands are hard, y'all. So we're just gonna, first off, we're just gonna try and get his hands approximately the same size. So if I take this, his wrist is probably going to be around here somewhere. His hand will come up and come down there somewhere because it's curved around the bottle. So then we have one finger here, and another finger there, another finger there at the same angle, slightly longer, and this finger is almost flat. So that's better there. Okay. And then his thumb is kind of here-ish. Maybe this way a little bit. Maddie, come on baby, stop please. Oh no, on this his hand is... No, your thumb always goes to the middle fingers, doesn't it? So his thumb's going to be over here. That's why it didn't look right. It's going to be further over. There we go. Okay. And you can actually see the bend in the thumb there as well, behind that. Huh, nice. I like it. Okay, let's put some creases in here. Some rumpling. Some straightness, some tension. Come down, let's pull this down a little bit here. There we go. So now this arm we need to drop a little bit. Let's see. That height. So his elbow actually would be right down here, so that's helpful. His wrist is going to be about the same length. Perfect, just right there. So that's going to be his wrist. We don't need to draw this whole arm in. Yay! I think that needs to be a bit further over actually. I think I've pulled that in too far. There we go. And then this can come up and out here. Pull this arm away from the wrist bit. Some nice creases in there. You're not going to see that bit. This sleeve might be pulled down a bit. The guy in the picture has his has his sleeves rolled up, so I can't really use that as reference, but I'm thinking what we can do is give him some overlapping cuffs here and a little pin, and then his wrist would come out. Yeah, that works. Okay, now we've got this weird, so we need the wrist joint. There's the wrist joint. And then we need the back of the hand. It needs to be, oh, hang on. I've pulled that over too far. His wrist joint will be more here. So this needs to come up a bit at that angle. Okay, so then the wrist joint is about there. There we go. That's better. Now we've got his hand coming across here. His hand coming down here. His palm is that shape. And then he's got this knuckle is standing up. This knuckle is here, almost breaking the hand into two pieces. It's got a V between those fingers. This finger is resting. Haven't got enough angle. There we go. Bit more angle. This finger wasn't long enough. That's where I went wrong. Okay. Let's do that bit again. So there's one knuckle, 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 knuckle. Fleshy part of the hand. Joint. Joint. And then he's got this finger doing something really weird. Almost straight to the joint. And then wrapped around like that. Really fun. And then this knuckle is behind it, which is why it's raised, because there's a bigger gap here. And that is coming around that way. Interesting. God, this hand position is really interesting. Okay. Can't see his thumb. Don't need to see his thumb. So we've got a finger coming here. This is going behind. So this one is going behind. This one is coming in front. This one is going behind. Again. Ooh, tangent. Yeah. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. Oh, I can change the shape of the glass. So that is there. Maddie. You can see the rest of this finger coming down here. A little bit of this finger is very foreshortened, so we can't really see very much of it. This is up here. This is quite fleshy. Like that. And then this one is going behind. Babe, what's up? There we go. Okay, tangent. That's where two lines meet. See, this line goes here and that line goes straight up there. We don't want that. Let's bring his waistcoat up to here and cover it with his cravat. Maybe his cravat is a bit rumpled. Let's just make his cravat wider. There we go. Problem solved. Somewhere down here, he's got some buttons happening. That finger is too big, that finger is too big, so we need to change the shape of that. Make this one a little smaller. There we go, that's better. We can have that going up behind there, that's fine. This is not going to be there because it's behind the table. Should we have a flat table for a change? I don't know, do we think that might help? Obviously I'll ink it or draw it in freehand, but just for the purposes of getting it level, we'll have a straight line. the guideline. They're not rules, they're more like guidelines, okay? Alright, how are we looking? That arm is wrong, isn't it? That arm is off. The hand is good. I like the hand. It's something off here. So, let me see. Oh, I put the wrist at the wrong angle. That didn't help. The wrist would actually be there. Arm coming down. Cuff. Ooh, that cuff was really off. Okay. Oh, that's much better. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not necessary for it to be perfect. It just needs to be approximate. I want his hands to be roughly the same size. So, middle finger joint is about there. Middle finger joint. So this finger needs to come up just a tad. And then bend in that way. This one can do the same next to it. This finger is not high enough. This finger's doing something strange over here. I don't know what you want, babe. What? What do you need? What's the matter? Show me. What do you want? You want a belly rub? She wants attention. You're watching a cocktail competition show and now know more about bartending than you needed to know. A measure, holding it that way makes it faster to dump into the shaker. Okay. Oh! I got you, because he can do that, right? Poor tip. Poor tip. Poor tip. Clever! Ow! Maddie! Now you get shouted at when you start raking at me. That's not allowed. That's not allowed. That's naughty behaviour. Stop it. You do not rake at me. You left me with bruises last time. Go on, out of it. Oh, oops. Dropping things on the floor. I'm going to put my thing there so she can't come in next to me. Ooh. Yeah, it'd be easier to do with a slightly... And it's kind of like an hourglass shape, so it's got a little bit of thing in the middle that it's pinched in. So that would make it easier to hold than a pencil is. But I get it. You pour it in, you tip it. You pour it in, you tip it. You pour it in, you tip it. That's really quick. I like it. Okay. Let's give him a face, shall we? I want him to look kind of... Well, he already does, actually. I'm kind of making him look a little bit gaunt and almost skeletal, if that makes any sense, because it was plaguing him, wasn't it? The Hyde character was really bothering him, so it was making him sick. It was trying to kill him off. So I think we can go with kind of a skeletal type features, maybe. So if we give him really like deep set eyes, let's give him a nose is going to be about there, I think. A little bit further up because we've changed the angle of the face. this guy's got a moustache and a beard. I don't know if I want to do that. See you later, Tyler. I don't want him to look happy though, so we've got to give him a downturned mouth slightly. I suppose we could give him a moustache. I mean, if we gave him a moustache, we wouldn't have to draw his mouth so much, would we? Could just give him like a... Actually, the droopy moustache makes him look sadder. So maybe we will. Gaunt features. I want this this head to be quite heavily shadowed, which is why I'm doing the facial plane, not very accurately, but basic facial planes, so that I know where the shadows are going to be. That's never going to look straight no matter what I do with it, so let's make it deliberately wonky. Make it deliberately wonky. People don't think it's meant to be straight, see? That's the underside. Coming round here. Too many pencil lines. Come on. There we go. Underside. Whoops. There we go. So this is shadow. This is shadow. Okay, so eyes in there, eyebrows, big and bushy because he's a bloke. Well, you don't have to be big and bushy, but generally less tamed. Cheeks will be about there. There we go. Let's give him an ear. We'll fudge that bit. Nobody knows what ears really look like anyway. We'll worry about hair in a minute. Hey, Bun! Craziest thing just happened on your front porch. A giant hawk caught a crow and had him in his claws. Oh my god! Just chilling on the doorstep. Oh my god, yeah, because crows grieve. Oh, Maddie. No! No, get down! Ah! I've lost my screen, hang on. Screen lost. Hang on. Don't know where anything's gone. Maddie, press the keyboard. Are we still here? Oh, that arm's off. Oh, I haven't erased that bit. That's why. There we go. Hey, Rish. You got a video of it? Oh, no. Oh, my God. Crazy. I'm still here. Okay. Sorry about that. Maddie decided to get up and press the keyboard. Time to move the keyboard where she can't reach it. I don't know why she's doing this every day. It's kind of insane. These shoulders are a little off, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now. I'm going to bring this shirt up over the... I can't get that right, so I'm going to fudge it. When in doubt, if you can't draw something, top tip. If you can't draw something correctly and it still looks wrong, just cover it with something else. Simple. So this is a stiffer fabric, so let's make this a bit stiffer here. Get rid of some of these lines we don't need. There we go. Let's just make his arm stick out a bit like that. Just like that. See? There we go. So this is too stiff here. This needs to be looser because it's a shirt, so it's going to be more kind of bunched like that. Drag the crow in the bush and you open the front door to hurl a boot at it. And it took off. Oh, did the crow survive? The crow survived! Oh, yay! Bun saved a crow. You got forever friend crows now. They'll come back to you. They'll bring you presents. There are wild things happening in my kitchen at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Maddie! Oh my god! What are you doing? My love, what's the matter with you? You've got food. I fed you earlier. You've got biscuits out as well. Just have some biscuits. Have a snack, my love. That's crazy. Okay, I'm liking this. I've got a nice skeletal, creepy, oh my god, you do not look well, dude vibe going. So I like it. I like it. Let's get some... I can put in the foreground stuff later, I think. What I really need is a reference for Hyde. Let's go have a look on. I will watch the video. Let's go have a look on Unsplash. And find... what do I want? Like... ugly dude? Ugly man. I don't know what else to put to get a... That's not an ugly man. He's cute. I'm sorry, that's not an ugly man, that's a cute man. None of these guys are ugly. What is going on here? Okay. What can I search for? Let's see if we can find an old man and caricature it into something ugly. I mean, he's quite interesting looking. Might be able to do something with him. Let's save that one. Ooh! Very interesting looking face. Okay, what's the info? There we go. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, there's literally no tags on that photo. I want something like a really gnarly type face. But obviously that's unlikely to find that, so just looking for the next best thing, which is an old face. Let's see what we can... ooh, that's a creepy face. Sorry. But you're kind of creepy looking. Might be able to do something with that. Jorg Karg. That's not the guy in the photo, that's the... okay, can't seem to open it in a photo app for some reason. So we'll just open it in GoodNotes for now. Okay, where did you go? Where did he go? Apparently you can't do that. Okay. Why give me the option if I can't do it? Let's try that. Oh, there we go. You can save it that way. Save image. That's what I want. Okay. So that's a cool one. And where's that other one? Maybe we can combine features to make kind of a crazed Hyde. This guy's got really wild hair, so I think that'll be fun. Open in downloads. Save image. Okay. I'll keep that open because then I'll know. This is all references for the Queen, what we were doing the other day. So you've got this guy and this guy. Oh, they're actually very similar. This dude's hair is spectacular. I like the pose of this head. What I'm going to do is stretch these out. No, can't do that. Okay. What we'll do is we'll open it in Procreate. Start an A4. There we go. And we'll add a photo to that one, which will crop down because nobody needs that amount of face. Rectangle, there we go. Let's get that bit there. And then we can put that there. And we can put the other one next to it. Insert photo, that one there. It's going to be easier if I swap them round. That way. I don't know why, but that feels easier to work with. Okay. Oops. There we go. Yeah. It's probably an easier way of doing it than that, but... So these are the guys I'm using as Hyde. Obviously it's not going to be an exact copy. I'm kind of combining features, but I can't draw a weird bonkers looking dude without help. So Hyde is actually smaller, but I want his face to be bigger. I want it to be a lot bigger because he's like looming. He's a very big presence. So let's have him sort of this size. I'm going to give him kind of a hunched appearance as well. Okay, have him looking down a little bit, so his face would be kind of that angle. We've got a big bulbous nose. Very overhanging brow. Little slitty eyes. Got kind of saggy. I assume it's the cheek pads that have sagged down. He's got kind of saggy cheek pads here. So we've got there we go. So more saggy cheek pads on this side about here. You can see his bone structure there. You can't see his ears, which is good, but they will be circa there. This is going back in the thing there. Okay. If I give this dude a very neat tash and goatee like the original photo, I can do this guy with the crazy wild beard and moustache and hair and avoid having to draw all the features. Yes! When you can't do it, cover it up. Hey Rish, hey Pam. Okay. So I'm just gonna, I don't know how to draw a goatee, but I'm just gonna put in a goatee so that I don't forget. And then this guy has, his mouth is gonna be about here, but you're actually not gonna see hardly any of his mouth. You only see about that much of it. Now I've got to avoid him looking like Santa. Maddie, stop! Come on, stop! She's trying to climb on the easel. What the hell? Come on, stop. Stop, please. Stop. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Hush. Hush. Okay. So he's got a receding hairline, sort of there-ish. He's got this crazy wild flick of hair going that way. Got a crazy bit of hair going off up here somewhere. This is just kind of hanging down at the back. Give it kind of a spiky appearance, because that, I don't know why spiky means evil, but just, if you want somebody to look menacing, give them spiky looking hair, and it seems to work. There's a lot of shadow in here, so I don't think I need to draw a lot in here. I can cover it with shadow. And then his beard is actually coming down here, like this. Let's do this bit here to match the kind of a beard, no, you know what I mean. And then this coming down this side. And then let's switch to the other guy's beard, because this has a more interesting kind of weird shape to it that I think I can emulate. Well, it's definitely not Santa Claus. Let's use this guy's eyes. Okay, I need to clean this up a bit. Let's see. Get rid of the ear. We don't need the ear. So his facial hair is coming down kind of like that, and then that cheek pad comes down over it. We'll give him some bags under his eyes. That seems appropriate. Got his cheekbones. Let's give him very sharp cheekbones. Okay. He's got a really bulbous nose. So let's do that. Okay. That's where the eyes are going to be. He's got really deep, slitty, kind of shifty looking eyes. And then a very low overhanging brow that's quite wrinkly. I don't want to over wrinkle it because I don't want him to look old. I just want him to look ugly. I am of course not equating old with ugly. I'm just using it as a reference. It's very hard to find photos of ugly people. Because somehow a good photographer is able to manage to make the least photogenic people look really, really good. Okay, I want that brow to come down further. I don't think that's menacing enough. There we go. Really deep set eyes there. And then really big bushy eyebrows coming down here like this. Oh, there we go. Wild man eyebrows. Yes, I like it. Yeah, he's looking a bit Leonardo da Vinci, but we can, you know, we can futzy him up a bit, make him look a little bit more menacing. I need to give him some furrowed brows. What I need is an angry face. So let's go back here. I've saved all the ones I've... Angry old man. Let's try angry old man. See if we can get somebody with some good grr going on in there. These are not angry old men. None of these are angry old men. Ooh. Oh my god, look at that guy. Oh, he actually looks like he's laughing, but... Okay, we found him. We found Hyde. Maddie, get down. Stop. Stop. You cannot climb on the desk or the easel or my books. You have to go and lie down. Go and lie down. Open. Oh, I did save it. Okay. This guy's perfect. I should have looked for angry old men in the first place. Share. Save. Crop. He's even wearing a suit jacket. Oh, he's perfect. Flip. Maddie, get down. Get down, baby. Come on. Down. 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 Feet on the floor. No, feet on the floor. Let's go. Feet on the floor. Feet on the floor. Get down. No! Maddie! This is one of the reasons we didn't stream during October. Ugh! Stop. Get down. Get down. Go to bed. Please. Go to bed. This guy's perfect. Look how cool he is. Okay. Yeah, he's a bit... He's too nice looking. He kind of just looks like Father Christmas. That's not what I'm going for. I want him to look mean and nasty. So let's remove the face. We'll leave the hair for now. We can probably work that in. Although I'm thinking making him a bit bald would be kind of cool. But, you know, eyes, nose, mouth, cheekbone, cheekbone, chin, side of the face, side of the head. There we go. Let's... Oh, but he's got his mouth open, so that's not going to work, is it? I've got to change that. Okay, command decision. Let's just start again. Ugh. When in doubt, start from scratch. It never happened. Okay. Okay, let's start this again. I'm going to have to shift his gaze, but otherwise he's perfect. Head. Nose. Chin. Because he's got his mouth open, I actually can give him a bit of a gaunt expression as well, so he'll match this one, which is cool. Big nose there, lots of wrinkles, squinty eyes still, big sockets, very big sockets, very deep set. Those don't look big enough. There we go, that's better. Crazy eyebrows. They won't be curly, obviously. Very defined plane here. I'm going to move the eyes be looking in that direction. Forehead. Ooh, he's got big veins on his forehead. I think that's what makes it look kind of menacing. You can't quite tell if he's screaming or laughing, which is a little strange. Huge ear. Big cauliflower type ear. That's pinned back, which is kind of weird. So I'm gonna do a normal top of the ear there. The head. Oh, too far. There we go. And then he's got this strange kind of straggly comb over hair, which we can work with. And then he's got this mouth. Wow. Okay. Nose first. So he's got this odd kind of angular nose here. Very, very steep sides. Very chiseled, and it's wrinkled up at the top. Okay. Get down. Very flared nostrils. Maddie, get down. No, get down. Get down. Stop. Okay. His mouth is actually taking up as much as this part. So his mouth is going to be about there, I think. I think this ridge needs to come down a bit. I think that's what makes him look angry and menacing, when that ridge is down, not up. Up is Santa, down is menacing. Oh, his teeth are amazing. So he's got very thin stretched lips because his mouth is open, but his teeth are incredible. He's got like a big canine tooth here, and then a big gnarly tooth at the front, but then he's got a snaggle tooth behind it, or a cover tooth behind it, and then he's got little teeth back here, and then he's got a big gap. I feel you, dude. Me too. And then he's got a big snaggle tooth here and tiny teeth behind it. Yes! Oh, this is so much better. This is what I wanted. This needs to come down a bit. I think his nose needs to come over a bit as well. That's better. Oh, he's very menacing. I like it. I like it. I like it. Okay, he's got jowls, but I don't want to give him jowls because I want to keep the skinny, gaunt look. I really like that. It looks kind of demonic. Let's give him let's give him a coat jacket thing. Just fading off into the background. Like that. Very hard-edged fabrics. This is coming up a little bit higher here. Oh, and he's got a scarf on. which is slightly different to a cravat, but similar enough. So let's give him a scarf. I like it. Let's have it wrapped around that way. Oh, he's cool! What am I doing? Jekyll and Hyde. Yeah, he is really gnarly. I love it. His hair's a little bit too high on this side. That's because I put that eye ridge in too high. That needs to be there. There we go. So that needs to come down, that needs to come down. That needs to come down there a bit. There we go. That's better. Yes! I love him. He's mean and awesome. I think this needs to come down here. And this needs to come out here a bit. There we go. Oh, bottom teeth. I didn't do his bottom teeth. His bottom teeth are crazy. He's got a tooth there. Big tooth there, and he's got a big gap. I feel you, dude. I got a big gap too. And then he's got a gnarly tooth sticking up here. And then on this side he's got a overlapping tooth. And then this side he's got a big gap and another tooth sticking out that way. Oh, he's perfect. This is going to be dark in here. Oh, he's awesome. I love this. Oh. Well, you're just boring. You're just kind of boring. You just look gaunt and skeletal. I mean, you're just boring, dude. What can I say? He's more interesting. He just is. I kind of want to draw him in this really sketchy style too, but with pen. I can put that away now as well. So I've got a bit more room. And it's a bit chilly because heating hasn't come on yet, so I'm going to put my cardi on. Oh, what time are we on? 6:30. Okay. Halfway mark if you want to go and grab a drink. Well, not halfway mark. Yes, he's kind of angry, laughing. Kind of. I love it. I love it. You think you can control me? Okay. I'm tempted to destroy him in ballpoint pen. Rather than trying to ink him, I can do sketchy in ballpoint pen. Yeah, let's just do him in ballpoint pen. I'm just thinking, should I do him in red? Because that would give me different colour options. Yeah. These pens are really nice, by the way. These are the Bic Exact extra fine. Like if you're used to the fine orange ones, these are half the size. Yeah, so they're really, really fine. They're not dissimilar to a 0.38. Very similar to how the what's it called? Words, names. This one, Hobonichi pens, the Uni Jet Streams. Very similar to the way these write, but in a ballpoint, which is superb. Maddie, no! I was going to straighten his nose, and then I'm like, you know what? I like his nose wonky. It looks right. Why mess? Big flared nostrils. Lots of creases and crevices and gnarly bits, and this big overhanging brow. Yes. Yes. Eyebrows going to be crazy in here. Old men's weird eyebrows are they're all curly and all in different. They're all over the place, aren't they? Dennis Healy eyebrows. Okay. Some nice crow's feet in there. Bags. The original reference had really deep crevices here and here, but I'm not going to put in deep crevices. I'm just going to put in stretch marks, because the deep crevices are what makes him look older, and I don't want him to make him look older. I just want him to look menacing. So rather than doing really deep crevices, I'm just going to put in the basic stretch crevices that you have. Oh, he's awesome. I love this dude. Some really gnarly teeth. And you give him big, like, blocky teeth, where you can see like the flat edge of the teeth, like they've been gnawed down a bit, because again that just makes it look really gnarly. Very overlapped and uneven. Oh, he's fantastic. I mean, I think if I flipped it round, his head is completely squished. I think his eyes and his nose and his mouth are at different angles, but honestly I don't care. I think that's adding to it. Give me some nice chiseled features. Almost ape-like. muzzle. Bags under those eyes. I think Hyde should definitely look like he hasn't slept in a very long time. Or like he doesn't even need sleep, maybe. This guy should probably look like he hasn't slept in a while either. Ears, I struggle with drawing ears, but I found the easiest thing to do is just do the bit that sticks out at the bottom, add some shadow, and then cover it with hair. So that's what we're going to do. Some nice deep crevices in his forehead where he's frowning. Really emphasize that brow coming downwards. And then we got this weird hair. Because there's nothing not weird about a comb over. Sorry, but that's the way it is. Comb overs, they're just... Maddie, no. Baby, come on. I love you too. But come on, get down. I love you too. You're a good girl. You're a very good girl, but you need to get down. Come on. Yeah? Get down. Good girl. Down, down. As I was saying, there is nothing not weird about comb over. Let's see. That's better. Can you repeat what type of pen it is? Oh, hey Lovebug. It's a Bic Exact. It's the ultra-fine crystal. They've not been out long. Fantastic. They only come in 3 colours. That's how you can tell they haven't been out long. They don't start adding extra colours until they've been out and sell well. But this is a 0.38. And I really like it. The regular Bics are great for writing. And I really like the black one for drawing. But the red one for drawing is a bit too thick. Maddie, stop! Come on. You've been naughty, love. If you're in the UK, you can get them on Cult Pens and you can buy them singly. But most high street shops have started selling these as well now. So the blue is a really nice colour as well. It's not like the regular blues. This red one and these are my 2 favourites for drawing with. This is the round stick, medium. They're the same thickness, basic thickness as the regular crystals, but the line weight is a lot lighter. It's more of a grey ink than a black ink. And the only downside I find with these is because the insides are white, you can't see how much ink is left. It's my only complaint with them. I wish the inside, instead of being white, was actually clear. Like the internals of these are clear. This, you can see through the barrel, but you can't. Now that's easier to see. You can see through the barrel, but you can't see through the internal ink well. So you don't know how much ink you've got left. Which is a bit annoying. Okay. I love this guy. This is mixing my favourite things of caricature and illustration and sketching all into one, and I should do this more. I'm good at drawing evil characters, apparently. I can do evil. He looks like a puppet. This guy, he's animated. Okay, so we're going to have a... that's his shirt. No, that's his coat. And then he's got a soft scarf affair coming down. Ooh. Wasn't Stevenson Scottish? Now that would explain why a lot of people say Jekyll instead of Jekyll. But I'm thinking if he was Scottish and it's a Scottish story. He was indeed Scottish. And he looks like David Thewlis. David Thewlis will be playing him in the movie. Yeah, Robert Louis Stevenson was indeed Scottish. So, we can give him a tartan scarf. Now I know why people keep saying Jekyll instead of Jekyll. Because Scots pronounce it as Jekyll. Okay, so what are we going to draw? Things we can draw on table. Well, we can have a book for a start, can't we? Let's do a book. Books are nice and easy. Big old... Here's a doctor, so let's do a big old medical tome type thing. Like that. Okay. Maybe a big something on the front. Some papers. Scattered bits. Big pieces, little pieces. Let's have a random piece of paper over here as well. A test tube thingy. Okay, a test tube stand. So it's going to be kind of that shape at the bottom. And then they kind of come up this way. And they have a thing at the top like that. Oh, it's kind of similar, isn't it? And then you'd have little holes. And the test tubes coming out here. Like that. Might be able to see a little bit of shadowing. There we go. That works for me. Test tube holder. I mean, it looks like a test tube holder. Who's going to know if it's right or not? Hey, John. So for those who've joined us recently, we are doing a bit of Jekyll and Hyde, and I am having a whale of a time. I really am. Okay, so let's put this side of the table in there. Let's have a stirring beaker. Actually, let's have some more papers. I just feel like he needs to have lots of dishevelled papers all around his desk. There's a lot of talk about letter writing and confessions, written confessions and wills and things like that in the book. So I think that we need to have let's give him a stirry stick. Glass stirry stick. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of talk of written wills and confessions and stuff, so I think there should be lots of like papers and things sitting around. We've got his tin of substance, which is described as a flat metal dish. So I'm imagining something sort of like that, like almost like an old face powder tin. That seems like the kind of thing you'd put stuff in. You can have powder in there, obviously, and let's have a little measuring spoon thingy there. We can put powder on it on the table. I did have a stethoscope over here, but I don't know. It's kind of obvious. Maybe a little too obvious. I'm going to put some bits of paper sticking out of here. It just, I don't know. Something about this kind of level of crazy that makes you think that he'd have lots of bits of paper sticking out of his book, right? Ooh, hey Nikki. I wish I hadn't added that extra bit to his hair. Actually, I think his hair looked better like that. But I am planning on doing the background quite dark, so I can get rid of that. I can hide that. See, I think that's a better shape. Oh, setting up planners for 2023 already. Crikey. I'm trying to make 2022 slow down a bit. Yeah, maybe we could have a book, like a notebook thing, open over here. And it's not like I don't know how to draw a notebook, right? I've had plenty of practice. There you go. A gnarly old looking candle here that's seen better days. Guesstimate about there for the light. There we go. My hands are cold, that's why I keep pulling this down. I wish all sleeves should come with thumb holes. Okay, from now on, all sleeves should come with thumb holes, because I need thumb holes in my sleeves. Okay. Here endeth the lesson. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. One day I'll figure out a way of putting thumb holes into sleeves so that they actually fit in the right place without just sticking my thumbnails through. You got the lurgy, have you? The lurgy, not the plague. I love this guy. I love this guy. Okay, I think I've got enough debris on the desk. I want to put a pen or pencil or something, but I can't quite decide how to do it. Oh, I might just put a pencil, actually. It seems to me like a scientist would use more of maybe a pencil. Maybe we could give him like a little ornate clutch pencil type thing. Okay, that looks like a syringe, but that's okay. Kind of looks like a pencil, right? That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. It's a pencil. Of course, now I've drawn this, I have to wait for this to dry. Because if I don't wait for this to dry, I'll smudge when I draw this bit. Yay! Let's see if this bit up here is dry. Ballpoint pen always takes longer than you think to dry, because it's oil based. So it's a very slow drying ink. Not so much where it's thin, but certainly if you've got any blobule things, you need to be a little bit careful because those will smudge all over the place. I do find the black ink smudges a lot more than the coloured ink, which is why I like sketching in red pen, especially if I'm going to paint on it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm just enjoying the fact that I really love this guy. He's awesome. Ooh, hair. No! I got a hair trapped in my. Yeah. Come on. Come on, pull out. Pull all the way out without breaking. Yes. See, that's what happens when you don't put heat on your hair. Hair's nice and strong, so when you get it stuck in your kneaded eraser, it just pulls out. Hey, Rach. She seems to have settled down. There's no craziness happening. I think this might be because it's gone, what, 7 o'clock, and we haven't had any going off. Oh, that pen's still wet. Okay. Is it? Oh, actually, it's dried over this side. Bonus of using cartridge paper. It absorbs the ink. Sorry about the scratchy noise. That's my strap catching on the paper. There we go, that's better. Okay, I'm liking this sketch. I love this guy. He's mean and haunty. He's fabulous. I feel like his eyes need to be really dark, like demon dark. Kind of dark. There we go. He's got teeth like mine. Pets. Yes, we're here for the pets. We love the pet videos. Okay. Okay. Liquid pouring. I like to kind of weird magical type pouring as opposed to just dump. Because if he pours out of there, then it's just going to fall on the table, isn't it? So we need to make it go over this way a little bit. Maddie, hush, baby. Okay. But you were being so quiet. What happened? Oh, the banging started. There we go. We got her all settled and boom. Good girl, it's okay. Mum, I'll finish in a minute. Promise. Just give me a sec. Just real quick, let me finish this, okay? And then we'll stop and we'll go sit on the sofa and we'll snuggle, okay? Let's do his face in a minute. Okay. So I think what I'll do is whatever colour I do his tartan scarf, I'll do his cravat the same colour. So if this is red tartan, I'll do his scarf like a dark burgundy. If this is blue tartan, I'll do his scarf blue. So there's a mirror to it. There are fireworks because Diwali starts in the middle of October and then there's Halloween And then there's November the 5th, which is Bonfire Night. And then there's Idiots. And there's no restrictions on firework sales. Idiots and no restrictions, basically. It's really annoying. Okay. This side coming in. That cuff doesn't look right. Why doesn't that cuff look right? I think I've drawn a modern cuff instead of a... yeah, I've drawn a modern cuff instead of a Victorian heavy cuff. I'll put some kind of thingy in there. Okay. This hand is really fun. Okay, let's do knuckle, knuckle, bend, split in the finger, missed a finger, that one's going behind like that. This one's coming over the top, I think. No, it's resting behind. Okay. Palm of the hand, flesh of the hand, creases, test tube, glass, of course, so we'll see a little bit of the fingers showing behind. There we go. Yep. And then let's draw his face in. And give him a similar kind of really pointy angular nose, because then that makes it look more like they're the same person. He doesn't have any facial hair. He does. Let's skip the facial hair. I don't really want to draw. I didn't want to draw facial hair on him in the first place. So let's skip it. Really deep set sunken eyes. Sleep bags. Are we sleep deprived? Yep. I think he would be. Slightly more tamed eyebrows, but still with that heavy brow ridge. And heavy cheekbones, make him look a little bit gaunt. Whoops, messed that up, never mind. A bit of ear. Let's give him some sideburns so we can cover up that bit. And some hair coming out there like that. Maybe a little bit on this side coming out under his hat. Why are we digging again? Can we stop, please? Give him some hair escaping under there. Maybe a little bit more tamed on this side. A little bit curly perhaps? Yeah, why not? Down over his ear. Back of his neck. Jawline. And then we can avoid having to draw a beard because we don't like drawing beards really. Maybe just a little bit of hair on this side poking out. Ribbon on his hat. There we go. Can we get away with that mouth without having to... Can we get away with that mouth without having to give him a goatee? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe give him a little bit of a stronger jawline. A bit more pointy like that guy. It's going to be all shadow under here anyway, so it's not like it'll look weird. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's get his eyes in. Same kind of shape. Very flat at the top, an inset, and then very diamondy and sleep deprived underneath. And he's looking at the bottle, not at the hide. There we go. Ooh, he's quite gnarly looking as well. I kind of like that. He definitely looks ill. I mean, dude, you need some sleep. Stronger point on his nose. Maddie, get down. Yes. I like it. Not quite such crazy eyebrows, but still quite thick. Very deep inset kind of eyes. Make him look a bit... Yeah, I messed up this side, didn't I? Never mind. And then we'll do the same over here. You can see how much the ink changes. Look at the difference in the colour. This, it's much more orangey and this goes much darker and pinker. Okay, now it looks like his eyebrows are on fire. I'm not hating it, so there we go. So this will be, this is his ear. So this will all be in shadow as well. Down here. We'll do a tartan scarf. Okay, that's very Rupert the Bear, but you get the idea. we go. This is going to have to come a bit kind of that way. Like that. Yeah, no restrictions on fireworks, no restrictions on idiots. Sadly. I like it. I like it a lot. I can fix this. I mean, I don't need to fix a lot. I just need to fix the shape of his face there. But I can fix that by using this candlelight. Yes! Actually, I think it would look better if this side of his face is in shadow. Like that. There we go. Problem solved. Not sure how I'm going to colour this yet, but I think I'll probably just take it over on the couch and colour it in colour pencil, because that's the kind of mood I'm in. Plus it means Maddie will sit with me on the couch instead of sitting and whining. Jekyll and Hyde! I like it. And we can have, like, ether. Toxic fumes things happening. I think maybe a vignette would work well. So sort of mimicking the candlelight almost. Like that. So this can be quite dark. So it gets gradually darker as it goes across. I think that would be really cool. And then all of this would be dark back here, almost black. Yes. Very good. Very good. I don't want to put any background in because I want to keep the background dark so that they stand out really well. Because the focus is him and him. It's not what's going on in the background. It's a laboratory, we can tell that. There's test tubes and stuff. Good girl, Maddie. Okay. Let's reveal what we've got. Obviously this is, because it's a pen sketch, it's rough, but I can go over it with paint or ink or more pen, pencil. Dry media works best because it's oil pen. So anything you put over that's wet, it's going to seep up. Even if it looks like it covers, eventually it will. I mean, you can cover ballpoint pen with gouache or acrylic, come back to it 2 years later, all the ink will have risen to the surface. This is still a bit wet, I think. Love it. Love it. I like his hair. I really like the way I did his hair on this side. Okay, I'm going to roll the face because that'll lift some of the wet ink. And then I can... There we go. He's awesome. And he's got kind of gnarly hands. His hands look a bit gnarly. Almost like he's struggling to change back, you know? Struggling to keep Hyde under control. So he's very ill and wizened and gnarly, and I like it. I like it. This is going to be coloured, so I don't need to put any... You don't need to be able to see his hand, but I do think you'd be able to see a bit of his palm there. So I'm going to put that in. Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, see, look at the difference in that colour. Isn't it fun? It's just where one's wet and one's dry. I love this. I love it. I love it. Maddie's gone outside to bark at things now. I think these need some liquid. I don't know why, they just seem like they need some liquid. Maybe some weird things in the bottom. Granules of stuff. I think I might have some bubbles coming out of this as well. I mean, nothing says toxic potion like bubbles, right? Yes! I love it! I love it. Let's see if I can take a photo without there being any shadows on it. Doubt it, but we can try. Move it back. Yeah, just about. Crop down. Edit. Oh. Change the perspective a tiny bit so it looks flatter. There we go. Thumbnail, guys. I need a thumbnail, okay? There we go. Cool. I can't wait to hit this with some colour pencil. Colour pencil and watercolour, I think. Maybe a bit of marker, but I can't use it on this page. I can use it this side. But that would do for the... might use some... I've got some really green marker that I might use for these bits. Okay. That's it. I'm good. I'm done. Hey Meg! Oh, you just caught us in time to say goodbye. Sorry, I'm just stopping. But you do get to go back and watch another 2.5 hours uninterrupted. So there is that. This is a Jekyll and Hyde piece. I went to see Jekyll and Hyde on Halloween, and it was awesome. And I've had this image in my head ever since, and I wanted to do it. So there we are, all done. Well, not all done, but the sketch is done and I'm happy with it, so. Yeah, I think I'm done. I don't want to do anything else. Don't have any extra things to tell you. Remember, if you want to come and join my class, we are... Oh, do you want to see what we've done? So far, we've done... I'll show you two of them. Two are... Well, one's finished and one's mostly finished. This is the White Rabbit. We went steampunk with the White Rabbit, with ink and watercolour, and then we did the Mad Hatter. I've got to do the rest of the background in this toxic green. Again, this was just after I'd seen Jekyll and Hyde, so I'm not going to show you the Red Queen because I'm not terribly happy with her. I think I want to redraw her. I don't like the way she came out, but anyway, that's what we've been doing over in the Halloween class, if you're interested. And I'll show you hopefully the mostly finished piece of this. I would think I would probably finish colouring this in tomorrow or tonight, yeah. Okay. Did I see the musical? No, I don't watch musicals. I hate musicals. That's not true. I like musicals that are all musical. And I don't mind like animated films that have music. But I don't like musicals when people just suddenly like start singing and dancing in the streets. The musical episodes of TV shows I always skip because I hate them. They're just stupid. I don't mind where it's all song, like Sweeney Todd was like sung all the way through. Phantom of the Opera was sung all the way through. I don't mind that. But I don't like musical TV episode type things. I can't explain. Some of them I like and some of them I don't. But I don't generally watch musicals because they annoy me. Right, I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. Let me just think. How do I turn off the stream? I'm just trying to remember. How do I do that? It's been so long since I've streamed on YouTube. I can't remember how to do it. Oh, I know. Hang on. There it is. Okay. The end. See you next week, guys. Bye.